Yesterday, I made a lot of money using this 5-minute TradingView scalping strategy, which uses a newer and improved version of the RSI indicator that gives better signals. The technique was backtested using the price of Bitcoin, but it can also be used in other markets such as cryptocurrency, forex, and stocks. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's get started. First, adjust the time frame of the chart to 5 minutes, then go to the Indicator Search tab and look for the Rainbow Adaptive RSI indicator. Select the Lux Algo indicator and place it on the screen. The indicator will now be added to the chart, and as you can see, it looks a little different than the RSI indicator. This is because the indicator is actually an oscillator that uses an adaptive moving average as an input for another RSI oscillator, and it aims to provide a way to minimize the impact of retracements over the oscillator output without introducing significant lag. The indicator can be used in the same way as any other normalized oscillator, but unlike a traditional RSI, it does not move toward 50 with increasing length values. This is due to the RSI's use of a steady input. The trigger line is a smooth RSI with an EMA as input that will not stay as close to 100 as the primary oscillator. Using the main oscillator's moving average as a trigger line would result in faster crosses, but this method enables the indicator to have no crosses when a retracement is present. To put it simply, whenever the two lines intersect, a circle appears, and we will decide whether to purchase or sell based on this signal. Now let's go to the settings and see what inputs can be changed. As you can see, just like the RSI, we can change the length of the indicator, but we won't be doing that. Instead, we'll leave this indicator at its preset settings. Let's now look at some of the notes that can be made with this indicator. First, consider when to initiate a buy position. When a circle is printed and the line is pointing upwards, we will move into a buy position. So, for example, consider the following configuration. We can see that a circle has been printed and that the lines are pointing upwards, indicating that we can initiate a buy position. We will set the stop loss at the most recent swing bottom and aim for a 1.5 times risk-to-reward ratio for the take profit. Now consider when it is appropriate to initiate a sell position. We will initiate a short whenever a circle is printed with a line pointing downward, indicating that the market is trending to the bearish side. As you can see, the condition has been met, and we will initiate a short position. Once in position, we will set the stop loss at the most recent surge high. Following that, we will aim for a risk-to-reward ratio of 1.5 times for the take profit. As you can see, the transaction was once again profitable. Hopefully, we can make the indicator's operation more obvious. Now, to optimize the approach, let's add some more indicators to the chart. Navigate to the indicator search page and look for the EMA cross indicator. Shown signal should be selected. The last indicator we will be adding to the chart is the trend meter indicator. Search for the trend meter indicator and pick the indicator made by LIJ. Close the indicator search option once the indicators have been added to the chart. Let's now adjust the indicator parameters to ensure that the indicators work properly. First, navigate to the EMA settings, then to the style page. Both segments will be colored differently. Change the color of the first EMA to yellow, then the color of the second EMA to red. That was all we needed to alter about the EMA. Navigate to the Trend Meters options after closing the Settings tab. Deselect the Wave Trend signals in the Style options, and do the same for the Trend Meter Align. Scroll down and replace the narrow trend bar lines with circles. This will make reading this indicator simpler for us. We are now finished with the indicator adjustments. We can use these indicators to filter out a lot of the false indications that the Rainbow RSI may provide. Let's now look at when to join a position using all three indicators. Let us first look at when to initiate a long position. To begin, the 50 and 200 EMAs must have crossed to the upside, indicating that the market is presently bullish. Second, we'll look at the Rainbow RSI indicator. A circle was printed, and the Rainbow RSI is heading up, indicating that bullish momentum has returned to the market. Finally, we must inspect the trend meter to ensure that all of the spots on the trend meter are green. As you can see, all of the conditions were fulfilled, so we will begin a lengthy discussion. The stop loss will be placed at the most recent swing bottom or just below a recent support point. We will aim for a risk-to-reward ratio of 1.5 times for the take profit. As you can see, the deal was a huge success. Let's take a look at another long so you can fully grasp how the strategy works. As you can see, the Rainbow RSI indicator has written a circle while the line is pointing upward. This suggests that bullish momentum is gaining traction in the market. Looking at the two EMAs, we can see that both moving averages recently crossed to the upside. Finally, we need to look at the trend meter indicator to ensure that the signal is legitimate. All three dots are green, indicating that all three conditions have been met, and we will now initiate a buy position. The stop loss will be set at the most recent swing bottom or just below a support level. We will aim for a risk-to-reward ratio of 1.5 times for the take profit. As you can see, the transaction was once again profitable. Now consider when it is appropriate to engage into a short. To begin, the 50 and 200 EMAs must have crossed to the downside, indicating that the market is presently bearish. Second, we must examine the rainbow RSI indicator. We can see that a circle was printed and the rainbow RSI is pointing to the downward, indicating that bearish momentum has joined the market. Finally, we must inspect the trend meter to ensure that all of the spots on the trend meter are red. This is also true, indicating that all of the conditions were fulfilled. Knowing this, we will take a short trade. The stop loss will be placed at the most recent surge high or just above a recent resistance point. For the take profit, we will aim a 1.5 times risk-to-reward ratio. As you can see, the transaction was once again very profitable. Okay, so now that you know the trading setup, let's actually do our backtest on a 5-minute time frame and see if the outcomes are reasonable or not. I just finished the backtesting, and these results have surprised me. Our win rate is 70%, and the profits end up at 11%. I would also like to mention that these results will be different when trading live, so always try the strategy for yourself before using it. Guys, feel free to run back and forward testing on various markets and times to gauge how well it performs. If you want to see one of my other trading strategies I use when day trading, check this video right here, because this strategy works great on the every time frame you want. I'll see you guys next time.